All of which brings us to the end of this week's episode. I hope you're all feeling wiser, if not older. And I think I just need to thank my fabulous panelists for joining me. In Sao Paulo, Brazil, Camilla Mota, thank you.
Obrigada, Mani. Thanks for having me.
And Phyllis Muate in Nairobi, thank you.
Asante sana, Mani. Thank you.
I'm Marnie Chesterton. The producer was Alice Lipscomb Southwell, with Margaret Sessa Hawkins, Robbie Wojciechowski, and Lucy Davis. Join us next week for more unexpected elements.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Yeah, it's time to empower, educate, and encourage your women to motivate you through whatever you've been going through. We can talk about it. We ain't passing no judgment. So don't be ashamed. It's all the same. Stay in your lane. Your lane. It's whatever your real life looks like. Stay in your lane. Come out the dark and don't be ashamed. Your lane. Let's have a conversation on what we face every day. Tune into Your Lane Talk Show. It makes us feel good just to know we're not alone. No more will we feel isolated and cast aside. I want you to come out the dark. Just don't be afraid of your heart. So don't be ashamed. It's all the same. Stay in your lane. Your lane. It's whatever your real life looks like. Stay in your lane. Come out the dark and don't be ashamed. Your lane. Let's have a conversation on what we face every day. It's Your Lane Talk Show with Coach Trish Hannah.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to Your Lane Talk Show. Good afternoon. It is all good on this side of the neighborhood. The show is where we educate, empower, and encourage women of all ages. Okay. And of course, we encourage them to walk boldly in their purpose and own their unique lane. Last week we had with us Ebony 242 talking about the business and boldness of being a female Bahamian artist. That was episode 138. Let me tell y'all something. She shared her heart. All right. So those of you who know anything about the industry, the Bahamian music industry, you would know that. Thank you. Someone said they couldn't see me on the camera. Thank you. You would know that it is rough out there. And listen, if they don't like you, they don't like you. That's how Bahamians are. Like, if they don't like you, you would know, you could feel they don't like you. All right. And so she was able to share some things. And of course, if you want to know more about that, you can go to episode 138 on either Guardian Radio, that's GuardianTalkRadio.com, or Your Lane Life Coaching on Facebook. Now, today, we're wrapping up our patriotic episodes as we bring our independence celebrations for the month of July to a close. And what better way to end that by highlighting a true Bahamian treasure, Mortimer's Candy Kitchen. Yay! For generations, I can tell you, Mortimer's has been a sweet part of our Bahamian history, serving up everything from coconut cake, benny cake, those nice mints, oh my God, the snow cones, peanuts, cotton candy, you name it. Them good. The white ones and the green ones. I love them. All right. And I must say, this show hits close to home. I just hung up on my dad moments ago. I said, Daddy, you need to listen to the show because I want to talk a little bit about our memories together. My dad had a convenience store next to Mortimer's Candy. If you're driving up the hill, so that's heading north, it will be on the right-hand side. Well, it's, it's no longer there. It's demolished. But back then, that was the big thing. Everybody say, hey, kitty. They come in the store. I asked Cayle if he knew, but he didn't remember nothing. According to him, he didn't remember nothing. But I remember going in his parents' store, his grandparents and great grandparents' store, getting the peanuts, he would getting my candies, etc. It was just amazing for me. I remember the scent that it had walking in there. I remember, just the memories, the fond memories of choosing what I wanted. And I tried to take the whole store, but of course he wouldn't allow me to. But it was just sweet for me. Taking it from the store, then walking back in his convenience store. That was something. So of course, the flavors, the moments, the sweet Bahamian joys were all found in Mortimer's Kitchen Candy. Today, I'm honored to sit with the great grandson of the original owners as we take a walk down memory lane and celebrate the legacy, history, and continued impact of this beloved family business. So stay tuned. It's going to be a heartwarming and nostalgic conversation filled with sweet memories and, of course, our national pride. Okay, and there are so many ways that you can hear us today. You can tune in to Guardian 969 96.9 FM dial, channel 969 on cable, BTC Flow channel 612, the Guardian radio app for those who have it, that's for Apple or Android, and of course the website www.guardiantalkradio.com. You can actually come on over to my side where I'm on Facebook as well for those who want to see me and see my guests. Your Lane Life Coaching on Facebook and YouTube. It's Coach Trishana, okay? So I was told that my question of the day was too further down the line of my shows and they want me to bring it up a little further. So fine. I'm going to start my question of the day before I introduce my guest. And the question of the day, y'all, is what are some of your sweetest childhood memories with Mortimer's Candy Kitchen? Okay. Was it the snow cones? Was it the coconut cake, the cotton candy? Tell us what those memories were. A special moment. I think you have never, obviously you haven't forgotten because we want to share a little about it. I want to share with you. For me, not only did I experience it with my father, but also the school that I came from, St. John's College. Listen to me, from 1st to 6th grade, there was this Caucasian guidance counselor. I cannot remember his name. All right. So what he would do was dress up as Santa Claus around Christmas time. And he would hand out those, the red lollipops, the ones with the popsicle sticks on them. And he would hand them out individually. Each class had their own, and we looked forward to that every class party to wait for him to say ho 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 and bring the little lollipop candies and stuff to us. So that was another fun memory of mine. So go ahead, you can call. Let me get the numbers to call are 323-6232, 325-4316, or 325-4259. Or if you want to text, it's 422 GR96. That's 422-4796. And of course, for those who are on Facebook, good afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can type in and let us know what your fondest memories are with Mortimer's Candy Kitchen as well. All right. And guess what? My guest came bearing gifts, y'all. He did not come with his hands swinging. This is a good man. All right. This is a good man, Savannah. Whoever she is, whoever Savannah is out there. All right. I want y'all to know that he came bearing gifts. So, of course, I don't know how we're going to do this. So we'll think about really big gifts. Give me one, Cayle. Let me see if I can show these things to these people. All of this. And he bought 2 of these, okay, courtesy of Mortimer's Candy Kitchen for those who are able to see it on Facebook and for those who are able to see it from the Nassau Guardian website. These are huge, all right. Vanny cake, peanut cake, candies. What is this? Yeah, coconut cake, the works, the mints, the nice green ones, what I like. I like this yellow and white ones too. Are those the mints or the sweet candies? The mints, yeah. Right over there. Thank you so much. So I'm excited. This is episode 138, the business and fullness of, that's not what the show is. I'm sorry. Episode 139, Sweet Bahamian Memories, the legacy of Mortimer's Candy Kitchen. And of course, we're brought to you by Your Lane Life Coaching, John Shoe Store and Accessories, Emmanuel Medical Center, Airwick, distributed by Thompson Trading, Lysol, distributed by Thompson Trading, Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store, and Tropical Gyros. So just before we go on our break, I want to introduce our guest to you. This is the great grandson, all right, fourth generation. This is who we have in our studio today of the owners of Mortimer's Candy Kitchen. All right, his name is Cayle Douglas Mortimer. He gave me all his government name, okay? He was born October 16th and attended Queens College and St. Anne's High School. Now, he graduated from Randolph Macon Academy, Randolph-Macon Academy, and attended Dillard University in New Orleans. Cayle has been the president of Mortimer's Candy Kitchen since September of 2018 and is a proud member of Holy Spirit Anglican Church. Cayle, we want to welcome you to Your Lane Talk Show. Thank you for being a part of our show today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so Jess, we're going to take a quick break. And then right after the break, we're going to ask some questions. All right. So while we're on the break, of course, for those who want to call or want to text or want to put in the Facebook chat, what were your fond memories of Mortimer's Candy Kitchen? Let us know. And of course, we will be delighted to read them off or listen to what you have to say today. All right. Stay tuned.
Feel the forest without leaving the living room. For over 70 years, Airwick has been connecting people to nature, one breath at a time. Infused with 100% natural essential oils, our fragrances are crafted to capture the beauty of the great outdoors. So whether you're feeling floral, citrusy, or just a little woodsy, Airwick brings nature home to you. Available now at Kelly's, Lowe's Pharmacy, and your favorite local store. Airwick, it's not just a scent, it's a nature
and all of that. So get deep. But
Back
fun.
to school starts at Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store. We've got it all. Shirts, blouses, pants, pleated skirts, and cotton school shirts where the official logo is embroidered right on the chest. Shop early and get 10% off all ready-made uniforms and uniform fabrics. Visit us at number 107 Mackey Street or call 393-0758. 393-0758. Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store, where quality meets value.
At Emmanuel Medical Center, we promote and encourage physical, mental, and spiritual health and wellness in an affordable, evidence-based package. Our team of medical professionals offer a wide range of services, including hypertension, diabetes, and cholesterol management, child and adolescent health care, primary health care for adults, confidential screening and management of STIs, as well as a full suite of mental health services. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment at 393-9355. That's 393-WELL. Emmanuel Medical Center, helping you achieve wellness.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
You need to turn up the volume. This message is for you.
Where are you in your dream business? Have you published your book as yet? Do you feel fulfilled in life? Need help with time management? Or perhaps a breakthrough in your marriage? I believe we can help. At Your Lane Life Coaching, our professional team will help you discover what you really want and take you from where you are to your desired outcome in your life or marriage. Fulfilling your goals is important to us. Call us today at 376-8689 or visit our website at www.yourlanelifecoaching.com.
Your Lane Life Coaching, discovering pathways to progress. Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape, a Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more. There's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
Germs can spread fast, but with Lysol, you can go into protection mode. When it comes to your laundry, Lysol Laundry Sanitizer is specially designed to sanitize your laundry and kill 99.9% of bacteria. It can be used on most washable fabrics, including baby clothes, gym clothes, undergarments, towels, bedding, and delicates. Available in sport, free and clear, and crisp linen. Washing your clothes is good. Sanitizing them is better. Lysol, what it takes to protect. Now available at your favorite store.
Always on the go? Missed the show? You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and clicking on the podcast tab. Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have with us Mr. Cayle Mortimer, the great-grandson of the owners and founders of Mortimer's Candy Kitchen. So, Cayle, how you doing? Once again, thank you for being here. Now, before we ask the questions, now I want to know something real quick. I want you to be honest with me. You ever used to try sneak some of them candies and sweets for yourself when you was in the store?
Well, I didn't have to actually sneak because it was there. So I was fortunate enough to be able to go in the back and just pick and go.
Just pick and go.
Yeah.
You never think you could just do whatever. So let me ask you something, because you say you came from QC and St. Anne's, right? You have used to take them to school and try barter trade and use them as currency?
Not really. I did that when I went off to school.
Okay.
I shipped them anytime I came home or I got a package in the mail. I had to make sure that those were there because when people found that they thought we were more in school.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
They had to make sure I had some with me.
Okay, good. Listen, for me, I told you my dad had a convenience store, so I used to teeth the little teeth. That's his pocket, right? I used to take the cherry can and now and later, the little what's it called? The purple, I forgot, Alexander the Great.
Oh, yeah.
Those little candies back in the days, and I used to have me a time because they used to be lined up. The children used to be lined up, and I'd be like, "Hold on, what you got? What Cajun chips? Okay, come. What you want to be my friend? Come. Swap. Listen, I'm telling you. Listen, talk fast. People, there's a line waiting for you. And that's how I did. Listen, you gotta be business minded. But we want to hear about the stories that were passed down to you, Cayle, like the memories that you recall throughout your years, your journey at Mortimer's Candy Kitchen. Talk to us, because I didn't get the names of your great-grandparents. I would love for people who are interested, who may not know them, you can share their names and your memories.
All right, well, the brief history of the shop, the original name was Best Ever Candy Company.
What?
It was founded by Ulrich and Winifred Mortimer. My great-grandparents. Upon passing and moving on, his children had it at different times. So the brothers had it from time to time. My grandfather, Lester, passed away, but upon my father getting the business in 1999, he changed the name to Mortimer Candies. Mortimer Candy Kitchen was never actually our name. That was the name given to us by the Bahamian folk. It was always Best Ever Candy and then transitioned into Mortimer Candy.
That's a fun fact. I need y'all to remember that because I may give out one of the gifts. All right. Asking that very question. What's the original name of Mortimer's Candy Kitchen? All right. So write that down just in case. All right. Giving you a little heads up on that. Now, what are some of the first products, if you recall, or what they have shared with you that made Mortimer's
who they are today?
I was told the white mint was the first candy he made, but after making the green mints, that has become our franchise candy.
Yeah.
We've incorporated other colors and flavors over the time, especially since I've been there. The Independence candy was actually a thought of after being asked by the USMC to make a candy for them. I said, if I could do one for them, I could do our fly. And it took off from there, and it's now a year-round product, not just a Independence Day celebration.
I noticed that. How did the business transition after the passing of your great-grandparents? And you said your dad took over.
Okay, well, after my great-grandparents, Uncle Weston, Uncle Junior, also had a business previous to my, along with my grandfather during the time frame. The storefront was closed for a year, but the candy was still being made. My uncle had built a shack in the back of my grandparents' house where he continued to make the product and just do deliveries. Upon my father getting it in '99, he renovated the front shop because we had to move the doors from the road.
Yeah.
If the original business had the doors right on the road, so we had to put them on the side. From there, I came on in 2000 as manager, and from there I've tried to push it since.
Yeah. Were there ever moments from your father's? I know there was a point where the doors were closed, but were there ever moments between your father and yourself that you felt like you wanted to close those doors?
The doors were, like I said, we never stopped making candy. The doors were closed, but during COVID we had a rough patch where candy is a luxury item, so it's not a budgetary item that you put on your grocery list. It's a sporadic, let me see it, let me buy it. But during that time, we did lose a lot of sales because of that, but there was never a time that I ever thought that this can't work anymore.
I love that. So what would be then your busiest season? Would it be Independence?
Independence and Christmas are the two most popular season times because the banks and the corporations and insurance companies, everybody wants to give out to their customers, give back to their customers. So we get to play that role of giving treats to them to give to their customers.
And then in that, like, what would be your most profitable, other than Bahamians, the corporate citizens, etc.? What are your other ways of gaining profit?
Besides the regular walk-ins, we are in both major hotels, Atlantis, Bahamas. We are in Super Value. We're still doing the mom and pop stores. So we still have a steady income besides the walk-ins. But I also have to thank the walk-ins because of them. Even if I'm not in the food stores, they can't find me. So I have to thank my regular behaving folks.
Yeah, who just walk right in and get your little snow cone because it's hot. It's hot. And I don't recall seeing. Remember back in the days, I used to have these big candy canes, like these thick.
We do them with Christmas per order because they can still last for 6 months. But
I haven't seen they were there last year Christmas.
I do one or two just put in the front, but it's not a norm anymore because people it's like a trigger. If you see it, okay, yeah, I want to get that, then it's going to sit in the house for, and you eat it. So we still do the candy canes. They're about as big as your finger. We don't do the little skinny ones. Right? They're as thick as your finger. So we still do those. Every year the product changes based on season. It's Independence. This year we had more loose candy. Last year we had more assorted bags where we did more assorted bags with the variety packs of stuff. So every year changing factor. Last year Christmas we did more candy canes than the previous year. So it's a different trend every year.
This is something I always wanted to know. Has anyone ever come to you and asked to purchase the brand, the store, or even do a franchise?
It's not. Nobody's ever came to me. I don't know if my previous uncles or fathers gotten it, but people ask me when am I going to branch out.
Yes.
And the main problem is with that, with rent being so high, rather than branching out, I rather try to partner with and get into another store, because the candy don't need a shelf space. I don't need a full Mortimer candy somewhere.
I get it.
Now, you didn't share those memories. Now, I know you said I want to hear it. Like I want a Bookie and Barabi story almost. Like you growing up, coming in there, watching Auntie so and so or Uncle so and so need the candy. I don't know how it's done. I'm assuming I don't know the stuff. I want to hear it.
I never made candy until about 2003.
Oh Lord!
When we moved the factory back to East Street, but going there after school, there's always a bunch of bees in the shop. So there was one point they used to have to put a steel drum in the middle of the shop and light newspaper to smoke them out because it was you could not work with fanning and moving them out your face. So it was fun to go in there. I mean, I've never got stung, but I heard stories about people climbing down the back wall and getting stung from the bees.
Wow.
But
so what else? The scent, the nostalgic moments of being present at some point for you.
Like I said, going there after school when I would catch the bus from Sudan's back downtown to my mother's work downtown, and then I said, well, I'm gonna walk up to the candy kitchen. Being able to just walk into the bus freely, walk and pick up on the take and all, like I said, the sense of there. So all the tasty activities going through your mind, I could just eat. And because I was who I was, I guess I just could eat.
Spoiled. So what all goes into which out of all the products that you do have, which one is the most tedious, you think? And I guess what are more expensive or most expensive to produce?
I'd say, I guess what they say, when you find a job you love, it's not tedious. So I wouldn't say any of it's tedious, but candy you must take about 45 minutes per batch. The most tedious part of it is because we still do everything by hand. We only have two machines in the shop: the pulling machine, which stretches the candy to turn it white, and the wrapping machine. So we still pull the whole big batch every day, one batch at a time.
So you work with that. They have muscles now, like with all that pulling and stuff. I need to. No, you say you just start doing that though. You just start pulling the candy.
In 2003.
Okay,
it's not 2025.
Yeah. So you actually putting your hand in it as the president. You still doing stuff.
Just about every batch that comes out, just about. About 90% of every candy that comes out of that store, I touch.
Okay, I got
So I'm not just a boardroom person.
No, because I was trying to say it a little nice.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you put your hand in, you get dirty.
I'm a working person.
I love that. So, and all of that. All right. So you can answer my questions. Okay. Like which one? You said it's not tedious, but what takes up most of the time? Other than because the candy's only 45 minutes.
No. The whole batch is 45, so it's not tedious. It's
nothing.
It's the only tedious part of the candy making is the pulling, because everything else is just boiling, cooling, flavoring, and then you pull, and then that's it. Then it goes to the wrapping machine. Okay. So the whole tedious part is just the pulling of it.
What do you think makes Mortimer's candy so beloved by Bahamian people? What do you think draws them to come to your particular business?
Consistency. They can come in from they were childhood days to now, and you can still get the same product.
Yeah. I remember one time, I ain't coming to do nothing to your business. I ain't bringing it down. But I remember one time I went there with my card because I got a bunch of stuff. And I realized that I think the lady said, oh, we don't take cards.
And we still don't. The reason being the card fees are so high.
Right.
If you remember back in the day, they used to have a sign up to say you have to spend at least $20 or more.
People actually still saying that, by the way.
And that's illegal.
Yeah.
But the whole part of that is the fees are so high, unless you're spending $20 or more, it takes away from their profit. And the average sale for a customer that comes to my shop is between $3 and $8 per customer.
Average, yeah. I got you.
So I would be losing on fees. So, but what I do now is, because the digital age of transferring, you can send me a bank transfer.
Okay. When you're doing those big bulks.
You want to come and spend $5? I'll wait on that. The difference is you can pay the fee.
Exactly.
So you want me to pay the fee.
How did it work like that, sir? What you doing?
No, so why would you want to charge something for $5?
That's your business, though.
But why would you want to do that? That's my point.
Sometimes people don't walk around with money and cash all the time.
And that's why the credit card, the banks have to come down on their fees for the small businesses.
But I got you. So that's the big one. I mean, they are not there right now.
Like I said, I'll take a bank transfer. I'll wait 2 days for the $5.
Oh my gosh, no, they're not serious. They're not serious. So we talk about, because I was waiting for my book in Barabi. Sorry, but you don't tell me nothing yet. With no jokes from back in the days and things being in there.
No, see, the reason why I don't have the stories you're looking for is, like I said, when I only used to go there after school up to the 10th grade. After that, I can tell you booking in Barabi. So it was up by my grandfather's house, but see, it wasn't by the shop.
But your grandfather's house, y'all was still making candies and stuff.
I was not here for that. See, that's the problem.
Y'all bring the wrong guests. What the next people, man? Where's the store brother? Anybody else? Who else?
So, like I can say, the store days, the only part of the store days I had was after school.
I got you.
Up to the 9th grade.
I got you.
And then after that, I went off.
Okay, I understand.
But when I came back, it was the business side for me.
All right, so tell me more about the business side then. All right, now you already told me that, hey, most of the bulk of your customers would be the walk-ins. You said the most profitable times for you are during the Independence times and of course the Christmas times.
Another fun fact is that candies is not my biggest seller.
What is it? A pancake cake? The peanuts?
No candy product is my biggest seller. Peanuts is actually number 2. Conch fritters is my biggest seller.
Are you serious? I forgot about the conch fritters. I didn't grow up with the conch fritters. I didn't grow up there.
That's something new.
I started doing that. Yeah.
We had to find another revenue or income, so we did that. But now, these Bahamians, they start them up. Then you're going to chicken in the bag and fry fish.
Lord. Okay. Nah. No, but it's just you do this every day. The conch fritters every day. I could come from work and go down there and get my conch fritters.
It started out only Saturdays only.
Right.
But now, because of the demand, we now do it Tuesdays to Saturday.
So what else are you doing? Because the only thing I know was the banana cake, the coconut cake, the candy. What else?
Our candy line product, we have all the mints, sweet candies. We have introduced a few more sweet flavors trying to attract children because Bahamians like mint.
Yeah.
So we've added the blueberry, we've added orange, pineapple, we've added different sweet candies, but the candy's still there. We still have all the fudges, penny cakes, coconut cakes, peanut cakes, coconut creams. We stopped the toffee. People still ask me about this rum toffee. I never got the recipe for that one.
Oh.
So I was not able to carry that one off.
Oh, yeah.
So, but other than that, the candies are still there. The peanuts are still moving. But my demand right now is conch fritters.
Someone said, I put my mints in my tea.
Excellent with it.
Okay.
No sugar needed. Just drop 2 of the green mints in your water, let it done.
Okay, I can try that. Especially when you're gassy. All right, that's good to know. All right, thank you so much for saying that. Someone says, I found out about the fritters 1 year ago. Okay, that's good. I can eat their popcorn now. You still do the popcorn?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we do regular popcorn, we do flavored popcorn, strawberry, blueberry, grape, caramel.
That's so gourmet.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how important then, Cayle, do you think it is to preserve our Bahamian culinary traditions, seeing that we're so filled with franchises like fast food stuff and everything that we see that Americans do, we try to do it as well. How important do you think it is to preserve this?
I think it's very important, even though some people can say that sugar is a bad item to have, but you're not eating sugar every day like how you're eating fast food. So it is somewhat health kick as well, but I think that any Bahamian business, how much now?
Yeah.
My butler just closed, so I think I'm probably the only black one open at this point.
There are lots of Bahamian businesses
from back in the
days.
Give me two.
I'm not gonna say their names. They don't sponsor the show.
All right.
But I can tell you there are a few because I work here at the Nassau Guardian, so I'm able to, and I liaise with people because of sales and marketing. So there are a few. They're still, that's still there. Not much. There are a few.
But any Bahamian business, I try to, even people come to me and ask me things like, because it's to help them. It's not just try to say that I'm on top of the business. No.
So let's help them then. For someone who wants to start maybe their own tradition, how can they come above or be a step above the rest, other people, other competitors, etc., especially as a Black Bahamian owned business?
get away from the regular stigmatism, liquor and bars. That's where everybody going into.
That's where the money is, though.
Agreed. But Bahamians like new things.
Mm.
After a season and then gone. You have to, even when you get into that, you still have to find your niche.
Yeah.
To say that this is why people come into me. And then you can't look at it and say, okay, I make a couple dollars. Let me go have a good time. Yeah, leave the money in the bank. People, we younger people don't like to wait on it. No, we see the money, let's use it.
And that's the investing. You're taking it out to invest.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But you have to make the money. I read something somewhere the other day. It said it's easier to make $10,000 than to try and save $10,000. Because what you're trying to do by saving, you're cutting this, you're cutting that. But if you go there and work and try and get a niche to say, okay, let me get this, I'm going to do this. Try another side hustle whilst doing that to say, let me bring that in. It's easier to make that than to try and save it.
So you would recommend, okay, if you're going to do this business, try saving money or go use it to invest in something else. Don't go with the regular, like I said, that's where the money is, the bars and the numbers and all this other stuff. Try to find something that works for you or the niche. My thing is find out how you can help someone else. And it can't be, like you said, the numbers that people mind.
No, everything is online right now. You don't need a storefront.
Right.
Hence why, like, when they ask me why would they open a location, because the rent is too heavy. Why am I not downtown? I am personally not downtown, but I am in a shop downtown. So my product is still available.
I've seen tourists come from where they are, wherever they are, to come down to you. Taxi cab drivers come there to your store. I've seen it.
That's one or two off. But I'm talking about the main, like setting up. People ask me why I'm not have a storefront on Bay Street or in the cruise port. I did the cruise port when they first started. I was one of the festival places when it got this new one, the original one. I was in there with one of the original vendors. It didn't last. People would walk past me and go to the street.
Wow. Okay.
So it didn't make sense being out there paying that rent. So when this other company say, okay, well, we want to put your candies up front for tourists to get out here on Bay Street, would you do that? I said, why not? I don't have to pay the rent. They pay me to sell my candy.
I got you. That's smart.
But that's what I'm saying. Online, everything is online. So you can start an online portal and sell anything now.
Now, hold on. Let me ask you a question. You have a website for Mortimer?
We do have a website, mortimercandies.com.
When that happened?
Long time.
Drew? Y'all don't advertise.
That's the plan for this upcoming budget year. We said we have to do a little bit more of that at this point.
I love that.
Because yes, we have the regulars who know about us, but we still need to do a little bit more ourselves now. We have not been living off of the name of it.
Of course.
But we now see that there's some need for it.
I like that. So what other advice then would you give for someone who wants to carry on a legacy like Mortimer's Candy Kitchen?
I don't know. I mean, advice-wise,
business-wise, because this is not easy. You know what it is. You have a lot of pressure and you don't even know it. A lot of pressure on you, Let me tell you, because if you mess up, the first thing you say, my God, this store been there all the time. This one come right here and then do. So I'm sure there's a lot of wisdom under your belt.
When we have in-house meetings, meaning my parents, Cornell and Beverly, my brother, who is also the vice president of the company, Cameron Mortimer. When we do our in-house meetings like that.
Okay, oh boy, go ahead.
When we do business, when we do our meetings like that, then yes, especially during that time, that's when I get vocal about it, because sometimes ideas come to them, and I don't see the feasibility in it from the actual working standpoint of it, and so I have to tell them, no, that ain't the way. Yes, it's a good idea, but whereas you're not in the shop every day, you don't see it, you don't realize that this cannot work in this state. So it's like that. So I know trust me, and that's my biggest fear is for Mortimer Candies to fail, because I will take it personally and said everybody had it, but it failed under me, even though the time meant I was there. So it's a big reality.
I hope you see that. I hope you see. But I think you're doing well. The only thing is now you are living on what people know. They remember this is the spot. They remember that this is where they go if they want to get something. But then just to get out some more worldwide.
I think I've grown the business beyond that. Yes, I'm living off of the shoulders of my great grandparents, my grandparents, and those before me. But I still think that I've took it to a point whereas I've added new product. We've changed the wrapping machine because remember back in the day it used to be wax paper. We had to get a machine because of getting into the hotels with the ceiling. You couldn't have that going into the hotel. So the times have changed, and I think I've changed it a bit. I wouldn't say that I've done everything that's possible. There's still growth, but I still feel that I won't deny myself to say I'm just living off this.
Okay, so then, as Mr. President, what is next for Mortimer's Candy? What do you see happening other than the fritters? I didn't even know about that. Everybody's telling me I know, but I didn't know about it. So, what else do you have in store?
No, the next step is to probably try, because we tried automation and we got sold some lemons. So the next step is to try and automate, because right now we can supply the Bahamas. I can do that. But if we want to do a major export, we have to automate. That's the fact on that.
Well, are you exporting at all?
We do direct exports. It's not on the level that you go online and order. You know, people email the shop. Like, for example, I had some tourists who came from State Atlanta. They bought the candy over there. They came to the shop. The wife said the husband loved it, so she emailed the shop back, and we managed to get some candies to LA to her. We've had candies go to China. We've had candies go to London. We've had candies go elsewhere, but it's not on a major scale of exportation.
Okay, all right. That's something that I think when you actually get out there a little bit more, then that's something you need to look into. All right. So you don't want to expand. You said it doesn't make sense. You just take
right. It's more about partnership with other companies that already have the spaces, because like I said, I don't need a whole storefront. I just need a shelf space to put my product on. The market is not there for, I don't see the market there at this time for Mortimer Candies to get another storefront, because like I said, the average customer is only between $3 and $12. And to have to pay that rent difference right now, candy just is a luxury item. That's the reality of it.
It is. But it's more than that though, because like you still have, like you said, your snow cone. How popular are the
snow cone? Is selling extremely well now because
the heat
is crazy.
Yeah.
After the summer, snowball drops, they drop.
So what keeps you? It's the candies that keep you going.
The candies, the peanuts. Peanuts really is before the fritters came on, peanuts was my biggest seller. I would sell about the yellow saps, the 50 pounds. I probably sell about 1.5 to 2 of them a day. And that in turn is maybe about 350 to 400. Peanuts just by itself.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, the candies would also carry on. But since we brought the fritters over, it just evolved.
So what happens now that, unless you have your sisters or brothers that have other children, what's going to happen? How are you going to carry this legacy? Because tell me, ain't there, right?
I don't think I have a brother. Right. Like I said, that's why I said the whole point is to automate, whereas even though I get older, I can still run it. It's just that I'll probably turn into an office president at that point.
Yeah, and just let them.
I'll have staff to do it. Mortimer Candies will stop.
Right.
It's just Mr. Mortimer's not making the candy himself anymore. That's the only thing that will happen. I don't see the company going anywhere.
Tell me about your staff. Tell me about who is the longest worker.
I actually have staff who I inherited.
Oh,
who's been with the company longer than I have.
Oh.
Who was with my grandfather and my granduncle when they had it. So I have one person in that aspect. I have others who came on, and the kitchen staff, they learned and was trained there. They didn't come in with any knowledge of it. I have 8 staff.
8.
Yeah. So
they know what to do, even if obviously because they don't.
We've
They
gotten
tell
to that,
you what to do.
We've gotten to that point now.
Yeah.
And so, and I don't believe that there's no company that has to have one person to do everything. If you're not training somebody as a succession, it doesn't make sense.
I agree. I totally agree. So we're going to take a quick break. And after the break, I want to know, Cayle, is how you get here. Because I want to know, out of all the other things, why did you choose, out of all your siblings, why was it that you were the one chosen as the president? Why was the one that you decided to continue with the legacy instead of doing something else? I want to know what you studied in college. All right. We're going to get to that right after this break. And of course, if you have any questions for him, you can give us a call at 323-6232, 325-4316, or 325-4259. You could also text us at 422-4796. And for those who are on Facebook, if you have any questions as well, you can type it out and we will ask in his presence. All right. So stay tuned. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back after these messages.
Germs can spread fast, but with Lysol, you can go into protection mode. When it comes to your laundry, Lysol laundry sanitizer is especially to clean your laundry and kill 99.9% of bacteria. It can be used on most washable fabrics, including baby clothes, gym clothes, undergarments, towels, bedding, and delicates. Available in sport, free and clear, and crisp linen. Washing your clothes is good. Sanitizing them is better. Lysol, what it takes to protect. Now available at your favorite store.
I fired him to sit in there.
Craving something cold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape. A Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more. There's something for everyone. Find those gyros at any of their locations: JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaware.
Is that your answers are so short? I'm like,
gyros.
Give me more. I done run out of questions for you now.
You need to turn up the volume. This message is free.
Where are you in your dream business? Have you published your books yet? Do you feel fulfilled in life?
I mean, I finished my questions, you know. Normally, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't do it. Nothing else to
Our
say.
professional team will help you discover what you really want and take you from where you are to your desired outcome in your life or marriage. Fulfilling your goals is important to us. Call us today at 376-8689 or visit our website at www.yourlanelifecoaching.com.
Your Lane Life Coaching, discovering pathways to progress.
I'm like, what would I gonna ask him next? I'm so glad I'm gonna music on.
John,
let me go look for a question to ask.
You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles. With new arrivals every week, John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
At Emmanuel Medical Center, we promote and encourage physical, mental, and spiritual health and wellness in an affordable, evidence-based package. Our team of medical professionals offer a wide range of services, including hypertension, diabetes, and cholesterol management, child and adolescent health care, primary health care for adults, confidential screening and management of STIs, as well as a full suite of mental health services. services. Give us a call today to schedule your at 393-9355. That's 393-WELL. Emmanuel Medical Center, helping you achieve wellness.
Back to school starts at Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store. We've got it all. Shirts, blouses, pants, skirts, and cotton school shirts with the official logo embroidered right on the chest. Shop early. 10% off all ready-made uniforms and uniform fabrics. Visit us at number 107 Mackey Street or call 393-0758. 393-0758. Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store, where quality meets value.
Feel the forest without leaving the living room. For over 70 years, Eric has been connecting people.
Hey, listen, here's how I gotta do.
But they black though. You got they Caucasian, they black.
All frequencies are crafted to capture the beauty of the great outdoors. So whether you're feeling floral, citrusy, or just a little woodsy, Airwick brings nature home to you. Available now at Kelly's, Lowe's Pharmacy, and your favorite Airwick. It's not just a scent. It's a
What I'm trying to say, when I said that statement, I mean like the old land of farms.
Reliable, impactful printing services will go even further. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Print Masters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it. Print Masters.
Always on the go? Missed the show? You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and clicking on the podcast tab. Guardian Radio continue to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
This is Guardian Radio, first nation, and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
Welcome back. We're on our last and final lap, of course, with Cayle Mortimer, the great grandson of Mortimer's Kitchen Candy. Mortimer Candy's Kitchen.
No,
just Mortimer Candy's. Well, it was never Kitchen.
No,
Mortimer's
that was a Bahamian name.
Well, let me keep my Bahamian name then, because I'm the Bahamian. You don't tell me how to call the store. You only the president. No, but seriously, we thank you for being a part of the show. And one of the questions I wanted to ask before closing is, was this a choice for you to be here? Because, I mean, you went off to college. What did you study? What is it that you wanted to be? I'm sure you didn't see yourself being the president of Mortimer's Candies, right?
No. I did. Technically, I went to military school. That's where I got from in Virginia. Wanted to join the military. Wasn't even interested in college. My father said, well, you get into college. I went to college. I studied business and computers while I was there. Didn't finish. Came home. Told him that I can't do this. I'm done with this. It wasn't because of grades, just me wasn't interested. Came home. I worked another job in sales before him taking over. I'd been home in maybe a year and a half, and he reopened the company. The company reopened in '99 was something he really pushed and wanted. So after he did that, he told me, he said, okay, now that I done started, I need you to come run it. So I went there March 1st, 2000, I started. The candy making came on in 2003. That's when I learned the candy business side of it, making of it, and just grew. I fell in love. Like I say, when you love something, you don't consider it work.
I like that. I like that. The fact that, first of all, you going from military to trying, dealing with a candy store, okay, a candy making store. I think that's phenomenal because, like, how? But the good thing is you did business for a little while.
So you get a little, education a little bit on that. And experience, of course, is the best teacher. So I like that. Someone's trying to call me. I need to take that off. Sorry, I can't answer the call at the moment. All right, so Cayle, I don't have any more questions for you. I was waiting on you to tell me the story about. You say you ain't get none. Then I asked you. I asked you if you wanted to be here. No, this is what did you want to be?
I wanted to be in the military.
But you didn't want to stay there.
I was an international student, and when they took me, I took the test, scored a 90-something on it. They told me I could choose which department I want to work in. But when they took me to the immigration office, they could not find this one paper for me to sign.
Oh.
The U.S. Navy or the Air Force. And so I just said it wasn't supposed to be, because shortly thereafter, there's its door.
Oh, gee. Oh, yeah, you're supposed to be right there.
You're supposed to be right there.
That's it right there. That's it. I love it. I love it. So if you were to share, this is my final question for you. One good thing about one good lesson about everything pertaining to your life and your journey to where you are now as the president and fourth generation owner of Mortimer's Candies. What would that lesson be?
As hard as you work, you still need to enjoy your life.
I like that. You have some people who working hard and still ain't doing nothing, they ain't into nothing. They too tired to do anything.
My saying is I don't work to pay bills.
I like that too.
Bills can get paid. I want to wait.
Yeah. I got you. You see me holding on to that light? I think if you have something to say, can't go mine. I can't do it today. I can't. All right. I want to thank you. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Your Lane Talk Show. We got 5 more minutes. So, of course, Cayle, you have anything else to say? Because I say he just says what he says, and then he just stops. Like, there's no additional information to hold on to and eat and grab. But is there anything else you want to say before we end the show?
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the customers of Mortimer Candies. We will continue to look forward to serving you in the near future.
Okay, someone actually has a question. Hold on.
Okay.
They said my comment. I can't. Let me see if I can play it.
Enjoy your play it first.
Idris mentioned to your guests that it would be good if he gets
Okay, let me see if I can put it from here.
Trish mentioned to your guests that it would be good if he gets a merchant account with Sand Dollar. The central bank has implemented this to allow for money exchange between merchant and customer. So that would eliminate fees on both ends, and you can achieve a win-win. I do not know why to this day Mortimer's has not considered the Sand Dollar as yet. It's been in operation now for roughly
Thanks for the info. When it first launched, I did not check into it to see the fees. I honestly didn't. I assumed it was been something of the same line as the credit card, but I'm willing to set it up if the fees are less. So thank you for the comment.
Okay, I have another question, but we running out of time. Should I ask it? What do you hope people remember most when they think of the store? Text message. What do you hope people remember most when they think of the store?
The nostalgic part of it, growing up with it, that you can still come and see it, you can still come and touch it, you can still come and get the same products you've gotten from as a child, and that it'll bring back some childhood memories as you spoke of when your father brought you across. So I hope that when people walk in the door, that they say, okay, because we did lose a generation with kids. When everybody's saying, don't give kids sugar, no sugar, sugar's bad for the kids. So the grandparents are now bringing in their great-grandkids now. So I'm hoping that continues, that whereas the memories could continue.
I love that. All right. So y'all then had your opportunity to ask you. I see people coming in now with the questions. It's time to go. I can't help you no more. It's 4:58. Thank you for tuning in to Your Lane Talk Show as we wrapped up our independence celebration with the rich legacy of Mortimer's Candy. All right, today's story reminded us how something as simple as a sweet treat can carry deep roots of love, culture, family, and Bahamian pride. Legacies like these don't just happen. Of course, they're built with consistency, as Cayle says, sacrifice and heart. Cayle says he loves what he does. He doesn't call it a tedious
thing to do, you know. And so, of course, when you love what you do, you have no other choice but to succeed in it, right? And it's a reminder that each of us have something worth preserving and passing on. And as you go forward this week, hold on to this verse from Proverbs 13:22 that says, "A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children." Let that inspire you to be intentional about what you're building spiritually, emotionally, and generationally. All right, keep honoring your lane, guiding your purpose, and letting your story be a light. I'm Coach Trishana, and I'll see you next time right here on Your Lane Talk Show. Listen, I want you to stay sweet, stay rooted, and stay proud to be Bahamian. Thank you, Cayle, once again. Thank you to my listening audience once again. Thank you to my producer, Wally. And thank you to Your Lane sponsors, Your Lane Life Coaching, John Schuster and Accessories, Emmanuel Medical Center, Airwick, distributed by Thompson Trading, Lysol, distributed by Thompson Trading, Carey's Fabric Uniform Store, and Tropical Gyros. Have a beautiful Sunday, everyone.
Whatever you've been going through, we can talk about it. We ain't passing no judgment. So don't be ashamed. It's all the same. Stay in your lane.
I think she was a shock to tourists.
You know, they want me set up like that. They tried to do that.
This was really good show. Thanks for bringing this.
You are talking to woman.
Hey!
What's up, bro?